Have you ever felt like something ancient, something forgotten, still lingers in the dark corners of our world? Tonight, we take you into a story that isn't just a tale whispered around a campfire. This isn't some fabricated ghost story meant to give you cheap thrills. This is based on real events, real terror, and the horrifying legend that has haunted people for centuries. Welcome to Lost Legends of Darkness, where we uncover the darkest, most terrifying truths hidden in history. If you think horror movies are just fiction, you may want to think again. What if I told you that the nightmare of Nosferatu, the creature of the night, wasn't just a legend? That it wasn't just some cinematic creation, but instead rooted in something chillingly real? You see, when most people hear the word Nosferatu, they think of the 1922 silent, filmy and eerie black and white nightmare that introduced Count Orlok, the grotesque rat-like vampire, to the world. Character that was so unsettling, so nightmarish that rumors began to spread rumors that Max Schreck, the actor who played him, wasn't acting at all. There were whispers in Hollywood that Schreck was a real vampire, that his unnatural appearance, those hollow, piercing eyes, weren't just the work of clever makeup. But what if these rumors were just sensational gossip? What if there was something more to it? Something the filmmakers never intended the world to discover? Nosferatu, the name itself, has origins shrouded in mystery. Some believe it comes from an old Romanian word meaning plague carrier, a name fitting for a creature that brought death wherever it lurked. And if you think vampires are just myths, let us talk about the real stories or accounts buried in history, covered up by time and ignored by those who fear the truth. In the 18th century, reports of vampiric creatures terrorized European villages. People in remote parts of Romania, Serbia, and Germany spoke of strange beings that would rise from their graves, sucking the life out of the living. These weren't just folktales, they were documented cases, reports of bodies being exhumed, their corpses still fresh, their mouths stained with blood. The legends were so widespread that even government officials got involved. In Serbia, a case from 1725 tells of a man named Petar Blagojevic who reportedly died, only to be seen walking through his village days later, attacking his own family. When his body was dug up, it hadn't decomposed. His hair and nails had grown and blood dripped from his mouth. The villagers, in sheer terror, drove a stake through his heart, watching as fresh blood gushed out. Now, let's connect this back to Nosferatu. F.W. Murnau, the director of the 1922 film, was obsessed with these real-life accounts. He didn't just want to make a horror movie, he wanted to tap into something much older, something truly terrifying. He based Count Orlok on a vampire far more sinister than Dracula, something monstrous, something that didn't seduce its victims, but instead haunted them, creeping into their homes like a plague. Here's where things get disturbing. In 2015, German researchers discovered letters and documents from Murnau's estate that hinted at something unnatural during the film's production. Crew members went missing, unexplained deaths followed the cast, and the strangest part, Max Schreck, the actor who played Nosferatu, had almost no recorded history before or after the film. It's as if he appeared out of nowhere and then vanished. Some say this is just myth, a spooky Hollywood legend. But here is something no one talks about enough. Murnau himself died under bizarre circumstances. In 1931, just 9 years after Nosferatu's release, Murnau was killed in a mysterious car accident. But here's the unsettling detail. Witnesses say his injuries were unnatural. His body was described as being drained, pale, as if something had sucked the very life from him. And stranger still, his head was missing when his grave was opened decades later. So I ask you, was Nosferatu just a film? Was Max Schreck really just an actor? Or was Nosferatu something more, a real entity, a presence that haunted those who dared to bring its story to life? Legends often have roots in truth, and history has a way of hiding what it doesn't want us to see. If this story has sent chills down your spine, if it has made you question what might be lurking in the darkness, then consider this: what else have we dismissed as fiction, only to find out later that it was real all along? If you dare to explore more horrifying truths, don't forget to subscribe, because sometimes the scariest stories are ranked stories at all.